I am on public. I do not know. I could be on unlisted. But today I will be reading a Reddit post. And this Reddit post is titled This Year I'm Not. And it is from the teacher subreddit. And I will be reading this live. I have not read it. And I will be reading it with you. Okay. So it says, This year I am not. What are you not doing this year? I'm not giving in to the trendy, cute. We love some clothes, don't we? I went to the thrift store this summer and made sure most of my work wardrobe matches shades of white, black, and beige. So I'm exhausted just trying to pick what to wear. Most of the teachers at my school dress like they're competing with the students for most popular. I'm not buying in. Well, I would say that I this year I'm not. What am I not doing this year? That's a good one. This year I'm not. Let's get some more light. This year I am not. I try to do all of the things all of the time. So there's really not something that I'm not. Okay. There's really not something that I'm not looking forward to doing. I am looking forward to this new school year. I already have things that I just won't do because I'm I believe in my parents being very important to me. So there are things that I do that is kind of like parent pleasing, but I can't say what I won't be doing this year because I like doing all of the things. Redditors, I will let you know. But Majestic Space 1996 says, same. This year I have a uniform, so to speak. Plain tees and pants that can all be interchanged. Also, trying to work smarter, not harder. I think that's a good one. When it comes to grading, determining which assignments will be graded ahead of time. Everything else gets an awesome stamp and is sent home. I love this idea. Thanks, D. Meredith says. That's the original poster. Damn it, Meredith. Um, Careless 2 2215 says, We have a teacher who has worn the same outfit every day for several years. I never noticed that he wears only golf shirts and golf pants in solid colors. Saving some money. I think that's what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to spend a crazy amount of money on supplies and things like that. I think I'm this year, school year, I will try to stay within the school budget. Wish me luck. Bulldogs Only says, I'm not playing with phones or really tech in general. I'm so over my kids trying not to think or have a assignments so they can get back to scrolling. I'm collecting phones and not allowing Chromebooks unless absolutely necessary. We're going back to learning like it's 1999, three ring binders and handwriting notes. I know that's right. Because if you watch the live from yesterday, I talked about how in Indiana it is now a law that the students cannot have their cell phones in the classroom. And the OP replied and says, Yes, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you that this works out. I love it. And additional user 9362 replies and says, I'm doing this too. I have seen such a decline in learning and retention since the push. Retention? Retaining kids? I thought that was thing of the past. But they're going to say, since the push for online everything. Rust Belt Maven says, I teach art to elementary students and they installed a smart board front and center on my whiteboard. Students will ask to use it to look up an image to draw and they just end up scrolling forever. I hate it. I think you should stop them or just they can't use the whiteboard. Point blank, period. Flynn Scientific 58 says, everything your lab needs for the school from, okay, they're advertising. Scratch that. Cherry Peaches says, I'm pregnant, so I'm not staying the year. Squeen 2 says, congratulations, and she gets a bunch more congratulations. Big Big Bookkeeper 1678 says, I'm not falling behind on grading this year. I usually do well until November or so. But this year we went to block scheduling and I only have three classes, math, six. So only having to grade 80 things instead of 140 will be great. Yes, it seems like once you get to November, it's like for me in preschool, once I get to November, it's like we have to plan so many activities because all of the holidays, and I feel like my parents look forward to our Christmas program. This year, I guess, oh, so what I'm not going to do because actually I want to do more. Is it just me? Well, this year I will try to do more actually. This year I'm not going to do less than I did last year. That's what I say. Big Dead Energy 515 says, I say that, but every year I have nearly 200 students spread across six periods, so grading is literally never going to be current or useful. Goodness. And then Penguin0618 replies to that and says, I give two grades a week, but special ed gets a lot of autonomy. Okay, yeah, a lot of one on one. And then Serendipity Pug says, I'm not reinventing the wheel this year, for sure. Get your level up lesson plans. I'm going to be honest and say, I will tweak it a bit for next year, but I'm not totally redoing my lesson plans again this year. Not doing I put a lot of work, time, and effort into them. So to reinvent what I've already created, not doing that. Definitely not doing that. Goody 1663 says, sorta gotcha there. I'm teaching two courses. One is fourth time through, so no changes. The other one is new to me. But the other teacher handling it gave me all his materials. That's nice. They are excellent. So I'm teaching it like he did and making notes. Maybe I'll enhance in year two or not. Okay. Don't put too much on yourself that's more than you can handle because as teachers we already have so much to do as it is. So yeah, don't reinvent the wheel and I'm always trying to set up my set. But don't reinvent the wheel and don't overwork yourself. Because for what? Um, I guess I'm gonna edit this video this time. Last time I just posted my last live up, and this year I will definitely be um not this year, but for this live I will edit it and repost it and maybe even attach the um and maybe I'll even attach what I'm the screenshots of what I'm reading. Uh, oh, yes, I am. 1234 says, if anyone gives you a hard time for using his materials, just say that you are maintaining consistency for the course. Not that anyone should give you a hard time, but you know how people are. And Scadman says, Same. I tweaked so much in my curriculum last year. I'm happy with staying as is. It's like, for real, because lesson plans is hard work. Is you kind of always changing it a bit here and there from year to year. I won't say it's hard work, but it's very time consuming. Legitimate Star says, I'm a SPED teacher, special education, 7 through 12 learning support. I am not putting out fires that I didn't start or solving problems that I pointed out and no one listens. I am not holding adults. I am all for supporting and offering assistance, but I am not about the excuses. Figure your out. Stop waiting for everyone else to guess what you need. I say I won't do this, but I know I will. Following up on discipline. I had students that had ISS or lunch detention, and if I wouldn't have forced it, it wouldn't have happened. We are not getting out of consequences here, and it infuriates me that I have to make sure of it. The adults pee me off more than the students. My para talks me off my ledges. She's also waiting with popcorn and bail the day I lose my goodness. Teaching is hard work. It's hard work. Um, Today I am only here for 30 minutes and then I will catch y'all in the next one. Um, Furball, Furball03 says, I'm not faking it with coworkers. I don't do that. I'm nice, so it's not even faking it. And I walk into an establishment wherever I'm working. I'm speaking to everybody, and I'm helpful. I'm not to be used, but I'm friendly in the workplace because we have to be here every day, day after day. So I'm nice, but I'm not trying to do your work. I don't want to hang with you after this is over. We're not going to the club together or none of the things. But yes, I am nice. So I don't know about faking it. I'm not going to be a witch, but I'm also not going out of my way for people who don't reciprocate. And Elizabeth said so says, last year was my first year working at a school. I'm an admin assistant with a very small staff. I love chatting with others and stopping by. But when you stay put all day on a busy one, when I can't mingle as much, you realize who comes to you to say hey or check in. It's definitely not reciprocated, and I don't feel the need to be that person as much this year. Yep, because you laid the foundation where we're cool, so when you see me, you better holler at me. Shout out to Tupac. Last year was no, we just read that one. Happy in Small Ways says, I'm not getting their input on who they want to sit with. I've gotten too soft with seating character last few years, maybe seating charts. It's fine in the beginning, but when it gets bad, I feel bad separating some of them. This year, I don't even want to know their preferences, lol. So have that seating chart set up the moment they walk in the classroom, and it is what it is. Um, Purple Penguin Cat says, I say just go back to seating alphabetically. It worked in the 80s and 90s, okay? Livid Goose 9542 says, I'm not paying any attention to the snakes and will just focus on doing my job. Ooh, snakes. Like the teachers or we want to know, let us know. The students. Let me tell you, I guess jobs can be messy. I worked in a preschool. Shout out to Family Development Center. I think that's what it was called. No, it was FDS, but Family in Indy. And some of them teachers stole my stuff right out of my classroom. It's like, how do you steal fish and Play-Doh? I can help. You need a couple dollars. Because stealing is like, and I really hope that the person who stole my things, I hope that something happened and then they thought of me. Because really, stealing in school is insane. Like, Why would you steal somebody's stuff? That just really blew me. But yeah, that was real snake like behavior. Hmm. Euphoric Syrup 7446 says, LOL, LOL. My school had a literal snake on the loose that was difficult to catch and made it hard to focus on teaching. No, for real. Mm-mm. Call me when y'all get the snake because I gotta go. I'm out. Soup Beans 25. And then one of my daughters wants a lizard. I'm like, girl, do you know if that lizard gets out? I don't want it to touch me. I don't want to see it. Like, keep it in the cage covered up. Can you have a lizard? Sure. You're going to take care of it like 100%. And the day that it gets out, I'm moving now. So figure out your life after that because no. Hmm. Soup Beans 25 says, caring about the job off the clock. This is only a job. It is just a paycheck. It is so hard to do that. I would like for Soup Beans 25 to report back to us at the end of the year and let us know if they really stuck to not caring about the job while they're off of work. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot of teachers, it's just not enough hours in a day. So we end up taking our work home. I'm at home. So my work end up coming upstairs with me a lot of the times. I'm a preschool teacher, so there's a lot of prep that goes into teaching. So I'm on vacation right now, but I'm still working. Key Author 2014 says, I also wish I could totally do that. And Soup Beans 25 replies and says, you can, and we don't believe you. You need more people. Johnny Apple Tree, missing the A 76, says, second year teacher here. I work with 11 adults in a self contained, several special ed classroom. Same thing here, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it. Nor am I going to put up with the drama or BS. And special, well, I guess so, because they, yeah, I just pictured them being so sweet and just non problematic. I taught in a special ed classroom in high school, in a high school special ed classroom, and we had one student who liked walking the halls, and then we had some teachers who didn't want to change the students. But outside of that, it was not really drama with them. It was so unproblem. Oh no, I did have one kid. God, I can't remember his name, but he was a handful. Um, but it wasn't nothing to write home about. I just want to be in PJs. Me too, all the time. I gotta schedule us some pajama days for when we open back up because, or when we begin our school year. Because yes, pajama day, movies, relaxation. That sounds like a good day to me. When I started at my new school, I swore I wouldn't take work home. You'll see me walking in with my lunchbox, my car keys, and wallet phone case get tossed in there. You'll only see me walking in or out with my larger teacher bag around breaks when I'm expecting to bring home my school laptop. Now that I'm finally teaching the same thing without adding new subjects every year, I'm done working on anything at home. Good for you. I guess it is possible. But as I said, you see more and more teachers saying, I'm not taking this work home. We shall see. Sounds good in the beginning, but we definitely shall see. I just want to be in PJs, replies and says, same situation. I'm teaching my related arts subject, which I've done for 10 years now. I know my projects and my curriculum. I'll adjust, update details as needed, but I'm not creating anything new anymore. I am confident that I know what works. Good for you. Long jumping goat 339 says, I'm not going to get sucked into the negativity. I genuinely, I had a problem with that word yesterday, love my job and I'm going to do it well. We have big challenges at my school, but that's a part of life. And hero, not going to judge. my coworkers for their fashion choices is that's something they're not going to do this year. Hilarious. Hmm. Weekly ad 7031 says, I teach kids who are 7 years old. I've given up on outfits, etc., and just buy black t shirts of a little lower quality. They're going to get messy anyways. I'm not using AI, nor am I focusing on relations. I don't know what that means. Definitely no on the AI for me as well. I hope teachers aren't using AI, and if you are, how? Explain. Um, one thing about my curriculum is it is all created by me, no AI. So this Pink Cat 96, whom is an eighth grade ELA teacher or yearbook advisor, says one. I'm not staying after school for every event. I dropped yearbook. Speaking of, I need to drop it for my flare. Yeah, because we see it there. And my principal was like, I still want you to take photos because they're really good. No, I'm not doing that. You probably should have said no then. I'm going home to my newly renovated house, ooh, and enjoying my life the way I did before I took a yearbook. Thanks. Two, I'm not taking work home at all. That's the teacher blues. I usually don't take work home, but I will find myself planning at home every week and occasionally taking stuff home to grade. Not this year, I refuse. All planning and grading will be done at school. That means you're going to stay later or three. I'm not getting involved with faculty drama. I'm keeping myself to myself and staying in my room as much as possible. My school is toxic. And I'm not getting sucked into anymore, especially now that I'm not getting sucked into it anymore, especially now that the AP, who caused a lot of it, is gone. Four, I'm not letting the kids run my classroom. Last year, I switched from high school to eighth grade, not by choice, and I was so miserable because I didn't want to do it and because the kids were a lot harder to handle than I anticipated. It is something about middle school. It's like elementary and high school. Okay, so elementary school, they're just younger kids and they are more respectful. Junior high is like they kind of feel like I don't have to respect you. They have their come into their own at that point. And high school, well, they know ain't no messing around if you plan on having a life after high school because you need your grades, you need every credit, and you only have 4 years before real life kicks in. So high school is not as bad. I would guess junior high would be a bit much. The management techniques I used with high schoolers just didn't cut it. And the kids ended up running my room. We have zero admin support for behavior now that my district has decided that discipline referral numbers are too high. This year, we're coming in on day one with assigned seats. I will make the kids start over every time they aren't doing something the way I want them to. And I'm calling out every little behavior from day one. I'm tired of going home tired. Yeah, sick and tired of being sick and tired. Um, Flare Captives says, I'm not getting stressed trying to do cool art projects with classes full of disrespectful students. Oh, but if you're the art teacher, do it with the ones who want to, because I'm sure some kids somewhere love art. BMABG says, I'm not bailing my admin out because she didn't do her job. The teacher who propped her up has left. So I'm anxious to see what crashes and burns this year. A lot of changes. Your printer ink is says, I'm not decorating at all. Decorating creates an ambiance. It really does. I feel like if you walk into a classroom and it's all bland, it's kind of like, But if you decorate your classroom and it's the way, it kind of gives you like, I don't know. Okay. I will string up lights, good, and call it a day. That's good. I'm a light person. I literally have in my bedroom, not including my studio lights, I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven lights in my bedroom. I love lights. I love lights. Like my yard has lights around it because I love lights, and that's a year-round thing. So yeah, those lights will, in my opinion, be enough. They repainted and replaced flooring and furniture this summer, and we had to box up everything. Oh, been there. The flooring won't be done, so we will be flexible. Y'all gonna be moving from class to class during the school year? Oh goodness. I'm retiring in 2 years. I'm digging out a pen and buying a desk calendar and precious little else. I know that's right. Especially if you're not even going to be in your classroom like that. Beneficial Focus 3702 says, I'm not doing anything that isn't strictly teaching. Okay. It's so much that goes into teaching that I don't even know how that, like, are you saying you're not going to, sometimes we have to counsel the students. Sometimes you might have to nurse the students. Sometimes you have to discipline the students. Sometimes you have, there's so much that goes into teaching that I would like to know how, but we'll see. Teachers are over it, and it is the first week of school. Puzzle headed Clue says, I'm not hunting out for information anymore. If I didn't get a direct email or conversation regarding the task, I'm just not doing it. For example, I've been emailed several times about making a split list when there are no subs. The person with the master split list never sent me the link to add to it. I'm not hunting that person down to beg them to share the list. I wasted so much of my prep times hunting for the information or materials that someone failed to share. Yeah, come on now, teachers, we're a team. Make sure she gets that list, or she won't be subbing when you guys don't have subs. Nobody wants to teach. Wow. Morgan of Head says, I think this might be mine this year. You are so right. Wow, that's a thing. Moose Golden Apple says, I am not going to allow myself to fall into the must be academic all with fidelity the time. I teach children sometimes they need to play. For sure. You know, we're playing. At Level Up, we're definitely playing. Just Finding 14.99 says, I'm not donating money for signing cards for every random person who has a baby or a grandbaby or a birthday. I already pay social dues. Okay. I know I have been in the workplace where they come around with their cards. I'm about some who about a couple dollars. What? We work together. Y'all know we ain't got no dollars. Um Jaw 81498 says, I am not putting Chromebooks in the hands of first graders. And I don't think first graders should be using it. Oh, come on now. Can we please bring paper and pencils back? And then we're surprised that the kids can't read and write because if you don't get the, I don't think elementary school students should have Chromebooks. And my child did not. They did begin to use them in the sixth grade, but in elementary school, not really. We do use tablets in our school, but free play tablets is only on a Friday, Fun Friday, and yeah, forget about it the rest of the week. We do also use tablets for our technology portion of the week, which is again is not a lot. Screen time should definitely be limited with younger children. We'll read a few more and then wrap this up. Thank you, Fran, for hanging with me. Um, but yeah, or a few more posts, and then that will conclude today's live. ELA Ariel Star says, I'm not spending any money on supplies. I'm not staying at school before or after contract hours. I'm not going to call out, even if that means I'm doing the absolute minimum most days. I'm not. Oh, good job. So you're saying you won't miss work? I literally, again, I said it before, I'll say it again. I can't miss work. It's like I don't go to work. My parents can't go to work. My parents can't go to work. I can't get paid. At least that's how it works in my mind. So I don't call off. I was bitten by a spider once, and me and my essential oils and my home remedies. Yeah, I couldn't see my back. It bit me on my back. So I don't know what was going on back there. And I'm just applying different types of oils and heat and ice. And my back said, girl, bad. And I ended up in an emergency room with, and they, all they had to do was bust it. And um, I still had to get up and go to work the next day. Just can't call out as a home daycare provider. One day maybe I will create substitutes for the for the home daycares because you cannot call out as a daycare provider unless you're gonna call out your parents and be like, yeah, so last night and I'm gonna need y'all to not come today. Yeah, I never want to do that. So I will be at school regardless of what's happening. And you can expect me to take my break, my scheduled vacations, regardless of what's happening. I'm not participating in conversations during PLC comment planning unless specifically forced to. What I'm finding too is a lot of teachers don't want to fraternize or talk to the other teachers. What y'all do to them? They do not want to be bothered with y'all. Careless 2215 says, this year I'm not eating my lunch in the teacher's lounge. Baby, call me weird. I'm a car eater. I'm gonna eat my lunch in the car. I don't want to. Now that I'm at home, of course, I'm going to eat my lunch at the table or wherever. But when I worked in school buildings, I'm in a car. Don't really look for me because I'm in a car. I was that teacher trying to get my team to eat together every day, but it's just too draining. AITAH, LOL. No, because you need time to woosah. And you probably can't do so if you don't take a break, if you don't take a time, a minute to yourself. Yeah, no, you don't have to eat your lunch with the other people. Bye, guys. Bye. Just bye. I just need a little space. That's my live from yesterday. And I will read a few more and then I will be done. Uh, it is almost time. Available Honey 2951 says, you do you. As long as you're comfortable and tasteful, talk with an AP who somehow always needed to show some cleavage. This was at large public school. She was in her late 40s. I do not clothes shame, okay? But I do believe in a dress code. This shirt will never be in my preschool classroom. But I would say I'm not going to shame the girls who would wear this shirt to school. Well, no, you couldn't wear this shirt, not in my daycare, because it's a crop top. So I don't need to see midriff. Sorry. Cleavage, I'm particular about stuff like that because I was raised in a church and, not too much of legs, not too much cleavage. So I would probably put a shirt underneath that would not show as much. But sometimes it's hard to tuck away all your goods when you got a lot of them. So I really can't say who should wear what and who shouldn't wear what because sometimes my outfit might look totally different on you and vice versa. But I think Teachers should definitely be tasteful and classy because you're in class. Difficult AD
Mhm.
4364 says, I swear there is one in at every large high school. Which why? Because it ain't nothing in high school. Well, we watching y'all with the cleavage out. Hopefully you going after the teachers and the dads. Let's see. And Turbulent Hunt 3103 says, or more than one. And the last post that I will read is from Legitimate Star 7034, who says, emotional support camis are the way. I have a chest and I wear them under everything. I've told, and I don't even got, I think I'm far from having a chest really, but I still wear my camis under everything too. But I think that might self-diagnose ADHD because sometimes I need, like right now, I need my robe. It's soft, it's warm, and I want to feel. But so that might be the part of why I always need to have on a cami underneath my clothes. But I don't know. I've told a few of my female students about it too because they struggle. And that will be the last of my live. Thank you so much for tuning in, friend. And I will catch you all in the next one. Gonna edit this post and I will get it up at some point or another. Bye, Tin.